All right. Hey, everyone. Well, thanks again, like everyone's saying, to Sarah for organizing everything. So I'm Justin Kitzes, Associate Professor at the University of Pittsburgh. So I'm an ecologist by training. We're at a quantitative ecology and conservation lab in the biology department. But what we really do these days is terrestrial bioacoustics. So as you know, means we go out in the field, we collect sound, we analyze the sound, we try to get ecology and conservation insights out of that. And I know there are at least a few other people here who are going to be talking about audio as well. But next slide. So just to unpack what I mean by that a little bit more, I think one of the particularly fun things about the research we do in our group is that we focus explicit effort at all of the different stages of the bioacoustics research pipeline. That is to say, we do some work on hardware and sensor development. We do our own very large recorder deployments. Most years we put out maybe 1,000, 1,500 units ourselves in the field with ourselves and with collaborators. We manage our data in-house. We not only use ML models for identifying sounds in that audio, we train our own models, have been active in developing new ideas in that space. We have a particular specialty actually in ecological statistics and working out new methods for how to get insights out of messy data. And of course, then we focus on actually working on specific problems and questions in ecology and conservation. The next slide. So what kinds of things, do we apply that pipeline to in our group? We're a very collaborative group. We're working with a lot of different people, a lot of different institutions, a lot of different places in the world. So just a sampling of some of the projects that we're working on these days. We're part of a very large collaboration working on restoring Pennsylvania forest health. We conduct extensive monitoring for threatened birds across Pennsylvania each year. Another big collaboration is looking at ecological resilience of amphibians, specifically tropical and temperate frogs who are recovering from disease-induced die-offs. We're working with many other folks on this call as part of the new ABC Global Center, bringing together ecologists and computer scientists on a variety of projects. Our focus there is on secretive marsh birds and climate change impacts. And then we have ongoing projects with a number of other folks, including Kauai Bird Recovery Project, National Audubon, Pennsylvania Game Commission, and others with whom we're working on specific data sets in specific areas. Next slide. So those are some of the types of questions we work on and the areas. Just a couple of kind of interesting methodological questions that we're working on these days. One of them is sound source localization methods using grids of synchronized audio recorders to locate the location of individual organisms very precisely in space. Integrated statistical modeling of raw machine learning predictions alongside limited human annotation or other data sources. And then finally, individual identification of specific individual organisms, such as birds from their sounds. Last slide. And so that's what we do in very short. This is our whole group here just last week at the Ecological Society of America meeting. All these folks are working full-time on these questions. I like to think that we're a collaborative, interesting, fun group, but honestly, you'd have to ask them, not me, to know whether that's actually true. It turns out in our group at this exact moment, we actually don't have any immediate openings for new students or researchers. But if you're interested in the type of work we do now or in the future as a potential lab member or as a collaborator, please feel free to get in touch. Thanks.